Welcome back to Market Mamas. We're so glad you guys are here with us today. We have a hot topic that is a very, early and frequent discussion amongst starting trading and getting into the trading world. The question is, can you get rich quick trading the markets? And, we just couldn't wait to discuss this because who doesn't want to get rich, right?
We had to talk about the subject for sure. I mean, who doesn't love this idea? It's what dreams are made of. But is it a reality? And could trading be the mode of transport to the millionaire lifestyle that so many of us crave? I'm going to be honest. Maybe there's a way, and I just don't know it. But I'm going to say that nearly all, if not all, get rich quick schemes are just that schemes. They can be very tempting, be advertised in a way that is so appealing and seemingly reliable. But the cold hard truth is that most are fraudulent, unsustainable, and grossly underdeliver on their promises. Even the lottery, that's the dream, right? To hit it big when the Powerball is at an impressive high amount. But the actual chance of winning is so minuscule. And then when it actually does happen, for the very few rare, they didn't earn that money through blood, sweat, tears, and years of work. It was essentially an incredibly lucky gift. And so then that person didn't have the time to become a millionaire in his or her choices, actions, life management. So then, more often than not, that leads to the money coming and going in their lives in a matter of a few short years. In general, we're not so sure that there are any reliable methods that one could get into to actually get rich quick. But let's talk about it for a few minutes.
Oh my gosh. I totally agree with that. So many of the get rich quick scams promise large sums of money for little or no personal investment. And then they often, of course, fail to deliver. And, this is a very predatory practice in our trading world as well, especially with the really cheap classes that are offered. It appeals to people who are looking for fast and easy money. However, the old saying is very much true. You get what you pay for. So, these scammers, they use enticing language and big, bold, beautiful claims to attract, victims to commit. They're selling those dreams. And they're actually the ones usually getting rich quick while they're offering a temporary high that's more often than not going to fizzle out for the consumer. So, I get the appeal of it all, of course, the offer, and there will always be a market for these types of flashy promises. It's really all over the market. I mean, it's comparable to, the beauty industry, health and fitness. And it's just more important than ever, to be very mindful of the products you're actually investing in. There is a quote by publisher and poet Felix Dennis that will resonate with most of us. You'll never get rich by working for your boss. This is so true, right? The work of a 9-to-5 job without the true investment or personal skin in the game, it is a paycheck, but it very rarely brings wealth. However, most of us are creatures of habit, and we've been conditioned, since elementary to follow along, literally stay in line. So it's not a surprise that, the small percentage of our population generate all their wealth from the work of the majority.
Right. There is such a difference between working a job and building wealth. Businessman and author of the incredibly successful Rich Dad, Poor Dad series, Robert Kiyosaki, had a great point on this subject when he stated, "People say I want to be rich. The question is, are you willing to do what it takes?" I love this so much because it's so on point. Being rich takes effort, failing, more effort, failing again, and on until eventually successful outcomes start to stick and then compound. If you study them, the wealthiest in the world are incredibly persistent and are unfazed by temporary setbacks. Their dedication and drive is more powerful than any roadblock. Rarely was their road to success clean and clear, but rather their refusal to quit was overpowering. That, to me, seems like the real divider between the true achievers and the dreamers. Same guy, Robert Kiyosaki, he also said the only difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they use their time. Yet another excellent quote about dedication. You want riches? Figure out the method that works for you and then put in the work relentlessly until you start knocking down some goals. And then you just show up every day and take on the next levels as you can, and you reach and you push higher.
Oh, yes, girl. Okay, Robert Kiyosaki, he is such a disruptor. I love him. Okay, so then there is a trading the next question is trading a viable method to become wealthy? So let's get into this. If you ask Google if one can get rich day trading, the response is most of the time, day trading is not profitable, but it can be profitable. Oh, like, wow. I mean, that's an accurate statement right there. We can definitely relate on any given day. Right, Becky? So, studies have shown that more than 97% of day traders lose money over time, and less than 1% of day traders are actually profitable. Oi, those numbers are rough, but as I have pushed through this very arduous process, I'm not overwhelmingly surprised in the least bit, because of the fact like the accessibility of day trading is super easy. And that makes it even more dangerous, for underskilled and overzealous newbies looking to start trading. Day trading looks easy enough, especially when you see a beautiful, clean example of a textbook execution, or you watch a YouTube technical analysis tutorial video. But, learning an edge, for one instrument and trading in one type of market in itself, that's seems like a successful strategy, but it's just not that simple. Trading profitably and consistently, that's certainly, it's so much more goes into that. And it's something that cannot be taught by anyone else other than, your own personal time and experience that comes from the continual trial and error, falling short, getting back on the horse with relentless dedication to adjust and adapt, and just turn every obstacle over, because, nothing in trading will work 100% of the time. The book, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday puts it so well in this excerpt. The obstacle in the path becomes the path. Never forget, with every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. So with this application and understanding, I do believe that trading is very much a viable method to build wealth. Becky and I are certainly beating the grim statistics every day.
Yes, numbers don't lie, but also millions and millions of people attempt trading, all at varying degrees of true dedication. So then let's reframe that number, and we can see that there is room in those statistics for many, many successful traders. According to this awesome resource that I found years ago and reference sometimes, visualcapitalist.com. So they found that U.S. retail investor involvement hit a record-breaking high at the start of 2023 last year, with 1.5 billion individuals in the stock market every day, likely buoyed by the sudden progress of AI capabilities. Makes even more easy. And that was data from a year ago. So if the statistics are 97% fail, that means 3% of 1.5 billion traders then are profitable. You guys, I did the math. That is 45 million profitable traders annually in the US. There's plenty of room here for Kendra and I and our friends for sure. So with that lens, it is in fact possible to get rich with trading, as millions of adults in the US alone do. So then the question shifts. Why do so many struggle and give up? To get into the heart of that, let's revisit the facts that make day trading so hard. There's the fast-paced nature of trading, the complexity of the various financial markets, the fact that it requires a trader to make really rapid decisions based on real-time information, which can be overwhelming, right? Especially in volatile market conditions. I mean, market conditions are anything but stable. They pivot every day and are slightly different. But the heart of the main reason that traders who have taken the time to learn a real edge are not rich, though, I mean, we all know it. It's a lack of trading discipline.
Oh, wow. The D word. Look, there's a reason why we did 2 full episodes to discuss discipline in trading. Again, on paper, it sounds easy enough. Create and follow a process, set your trade plans, risk management safeguards. Those, of course, are the critical components for sustainability, for sure. However, for success as a trader, you have to really cultivate certain things that are not so cut and dry. A solid but fluid understanding of the markets, a well-developed and consistently practiced trading strategy, and of course, the discipline and the self-control to stick to your plan, sufficient capital for funding to execute the trades you want, and the ability to manage risk aversion. That's really something I don't think we give enough attention to, and it's tricky. Giving into risk aversion can sometimes feel like you are practicing discipline. We often say playing superior defense. However, it can also be a discipline issue, and affect your overall ability to be profitable if you're risk averse when you should be playing offense and you're aggressive when you should be playing defense. So if you listen to consistently profitable traders, who've had many years in this career, the story's the same. Find your niche, the way that the markets most clearly speaks to you, and create a system around trading it. Define your risk management, and then just do it every day as you intend it to. So most importantly, you have to continue to learn, to adjust, to develop as the market changes, so you can have that trust in yourself, and the confidence to perform well. One of my favorite books ever is The Confident Mind by Dr. Nate Zinsser. And this quote just really ties it all together. The work that you have done, be it physical or mental, only has practical value if you can conclude from it all that you're good enough to do what you have to do against whatever conditions might exist there in that particular arena. That's fire. It's so relatable to trading. I think we definitely have to do a must read on The Confident Mind.
Oh my God, Kendra, I love that book so much. Like I think I made 2 recordings after reading it. I was so inspired. You're right. We need to. That'll be coming soon. Okay. I really agree that trading can compound with time and experience, reps in the arena, and leveling up over time. So when researching for this episode, I was really curious what the top traders in the U.S. made, because I don't know. I never looked before. So here's some fun facts for you all. Some of the top billionaire day traders and business moguls in the U.S. are Jim Simmons. His net worth is around $28 billion. Ray Dalio, net worth around $19 billion. Steve Cohen, net worth of $17.5 billion. Ken Griffin with a net worth of $36.8 billion, and then George Soros with a current net worth of $6.7 billion. This guy's my favorite though, because that's after he donated more than $32 billion over the years. So, I mean, damn, look at those numbers. That's a lot of zeros after their name. And so, of course, they have diversified and compounded their wealth with various other methods and business spin-offs within their worlds. But these gentlemen, the core of their work has been trading, from what my research told me. So, I mean, that's pretty enticing, right? But let's bring it back down a little closer to the messy middle of trading, where Kendra and I speak from. So, as of statistics January 2024, the average annual pay for a day trader in the U.S. is $96,000 a year. So that's from the statistics of the traders that actually report their annual earnings from the act of trading. So there's some gray in there, but I mean, we get the general idea, right? That's not bad for working from a computer and not from underneath a boss. The journey from struggling trader to profitable trader is absolutely possible. U.S. trader Niall Fuller was quoted saying, "The world's greatest traders have all walked the exact same path that you are on right now." I love that quote so much. Like, I think I even threw it up in my community the day I found it. It really normalizes the struggle and reminds us that there is a light at the end of the tunnel if you stay the course and persevere through the hurdles. Like, it can be done, and every successful trader who is successful has been here.
They totally have. And I just want to say, for everyone listening, we just rattled off a bunch of amazing numbers and billionaires, millionaires, and dollars, but ultimately we're all trading because we want to have freedom, and not only financial freedom, but that comes with our freedom of our time. And so we're putting in so much time now because we want to have control over our time for our future and, have our lifestyle. So it's not just about the money, but what the money will do for us and those around us, and how much more we could do with it. So, side note. But anyways, back to Robert Kiyosaki. Okay, again, another quote from Rich Dad Poor Dad. "If you want to be rich, don't allow yourself the luxury of excuses." I mean, he hits the nail on the head with that one. You deserve what you're willing to earn, and excuses are only circumstances, and they're completely negotiable. So who you transform into while you are doing this very hard, critical work towards becoming learning an incredible skill with this kind of potential, you have to take that time for the complex and the internal growth to become the person who can manage that wealth and then use it as a tool to generate even more wealth. That totally reminds me of the 50 Cent quote: "I'd rather die trying to achieve my dreams than live a life of regret." I mean, get rich or die trying energy. We have nothing to lose. So that's no regrets for us over here at Market Mamas. And so it was also our dude EP that recently we heard, because, we listen to him every day, pretty much recently heard on his podcast where he said something along the lines of, you must have the mindset that you are too far in, that the only way is out. For sure. The boats have been burned. The tunnel is closing in behind me, every step I take, and the only way is through.
Oh my gosh, I love that you just called him EP, because that's what we call him, but I don't know that everyone knows Eddie Panero as EP.
We name dropped him like, I don't know. I mean,
that's how much we listen.
I feel like the Market Mama community should know Eddie Panero. EP is Eddie Panero.
Oh my. He's got to be like at least 5 or 6 times. Eddie, be friends with us. We're cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. So we have more power than many people give themselves credit for. Humans have more power within them. I love this Bill Gates quote: "If you're born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, it is your mistake." That's a little harsh, but it's true, right? We can create our world in the image of our dreams. It may look different for everyone, but it's possible. Every day is full of such a wonderful potential, and our minds are really so powerful. Trading is the pursuit that I truly fell in love with, and I feel so blessed to have found. It speaks to me intellectually and energetically. I'm learning to really see where and how this market moves, and I can feel the progression within myself as a person and also as a trader. So for me, I lean into the effort that this career requires, and it's starting to pay off. So trading is 100% a means to financial freedom that I will earn for my family and myself. I have learned to respect it, though, and take this opportunity very seriously. I have to treat my trading as the business that it is and manage it well. Trading mentor and psychiatrist Alexander Elder has the quote: "The goal of a successful trader is to make the best trades. Money is secondary." I love that sentiment so much because it's incredibly true. And I have really learned that over time and through many market tuition payments, the money comes when our trading has evolved to a level where we can consistently execute smart, logical, appropriately leveraged trades, and where on a day that we are not understanding the market real well, we protect our back ends and follow our business plan for risk management. That is the time where our bank accounts start to see the outcome of our hard work. It has to build to that level.
So I love this quote from Michael Masters. "The trouble for most people is they don't decide to get wealthy. They just dream about it." This is the fact about most people and a huge component of how our society functions. The majority of people do the work that keeps our companies supplied, communities, governments functioning, optimizing and growing for the general population. But not many push beyond a standard income and lifestyle, or, just truly fight with grit and unwavering determination to advance to a much higher standard of living and create their own financial freedom. So this is the good fight. And it's not a dream, but it is indeed a daily battle. If you could wrap your mind around that unreasonable possibility and wholeheartedly believe that the war is already won, then yes, 1,000,000,000%, trading can create a very much abundant life. I love the saying, if you want unreasonable results, you must think unreasonable thoughts.
Yes, I love that so much. That's the best quote. Thank you for listening to this discussion, you guys, today with Market Mamas. This is really a key question about trading, and we've officially been around in this world long enough to have kind of a fair understanding about the angles on it. So we hope we did this topic justice. If you guys have any further thoughts or input on this question, please leave us a comment. We're really glad you're here and hanging out with us, and this is really a good outlet for us to talk about these cool conversations. So anyway, see you on the next episode, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye. Take care.